yeah, we're going to have Anna in our today's IG Live.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, there she is. Hi, Anna.
Hi. What an introduction ka.
Yeah. But yeah, you're
Right
cool,
now.
girl. You have to know that. So how are
Thank
you?
you so much. I'm doing good, ka. How are you?
I'm good. See, you're using your microphone like yes.
Yeah. I
Okay,
have to
so
get with the program.
right. Yes, of course. So yeah, you're at home like for this past 2 months. You're
Yeah,
inside.
I'm just staying at home right now.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you? Everything's good? Like your family and
Everything's really good. Yeah. So
okay.
my little brother is actually doing kind of like homeschooling, I guess. So he's doing
Ah,
a lot of the things at home, and then my brother is also working from home. So it's a bit packed here, but
mm-hmm.
it's you got to work with what you have, right?
Of
So
course, of course. Yeah, yeah. As long as we are healthy, everybody's healthy, like yeah, it's not only about our health, but if we go outside, it's anyone else's health, right? Yeah.
right, right.
Okay, so today I got another, like alumna from unique study program of I3L. Like the first I interviewed the alumna from bioinformatics, which is
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, right. Like I3L is the only university that has that kind of program. And right now I'm
Yeah.
I'm about to interview like the alumna of another unique program, BioEntrepreneurship.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if other university has such program like we do, like
Yeah, I don't think so
bio.
actually.
Yeah, right. Like bio plus entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, please share with us about how unique the program is and what is actually bio plus entrepreneurship. How is it different with other business major from other university? And of course, please do share with us your current activities, because you're not only like the alumni that, you know, go to work after graduation. You got something, girl.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
right. Yeah, so please
Um,
do share with us. Yeah, so
sure.
let's start with introducing yourself, maybe.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Anastasia Herdiansha. You can all call me Anna because that's what I usually go by. So yeah, like bioentrepreneurship, by its name itself, you can already kind of gauge out how very unique it is, just
Right.
by the name. So I mean, like it really is kind of like what it is. So it's just an essences of biology, which is the life science aspect that we learned at I3L. So we
Mm-hmm.
could range from learning about food technology or food science or like biotechnology and things like that. So we have some like knowledge of that,
Mm-hmm.
but the core of it is really business. So we've learned marketing, we've learned advertising, we've learned branding and things like that. So the whole shebang for business, that's really essentially the core of the
Mm-hmm.
program.
Right.
What we do is also we learn about, because it is entrepreneurship, that's not to say that it is only for like someone that wants to build a startup or someone that wants to
Right.
build their own business. But since we learned the business core of it, by entrepreneurship, you can also like, if you want, you can work in a corporate setting or even like be within the realms of business life. So
Right.
that's a little bit about bioentrepreneurship and what it is essentially.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and as for what I'm doing right now,
Right.
um, there are a couple of things. I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Right now, because of quarantine and things like that, I've decided, I have the basis, I have the knowledge of business, and I kind
Mm-hmm.
of like know how to make my own business model. I know how to market my own brand.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just started off kind of like a food catering, food and beverage. So it's called Mi Casa,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Tex-Mex foods, and the dessert right now, just right now, it's
Right.
brownies and burrito bowls.
Burritos. Yeah.
Um, Hopefully in the future there will be more things, but right now it's just
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing that I'm doing is I'm community building youngpentingniat.id.
Mm-hmm.
So what that is a community of networking and like kind of like a hub for fresh graduates or current undergraduate students to understand really what is the business world and what are the things that they can do to try to, like, I guess you could say, understand the process of things.
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
example, it's not just like having a nice CV, or it's not just having like the education, but it's
Mm-hmm.
how you fundamentally cater your crafts to further pursue these roles. So
Mm-hmm.
what we do is like teach them about networking or self-presentation and things like that. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's really the two things that I'm working on right now.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, are you working at a office, or the whole activities that you're doing right now is just two of that, like your own business?
Yeah, so I was recently working as a business analyst for a tech
Uh-huh.
startup
Okay.
called Clapping Ape. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but right now I felt like, you know what, I think I should really focus on something that I really want to do, which was at the time, right now it's the food thing as well as the community building for
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
networking and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at present, I'm currently working on those two things. Right?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool. Wow, what a
yeah,
move. I mean,
yeah.
were you afraid at first, to,
Oh, I
like,
was.
to take that brave move, you
Um,
know?
yeah, I mean, it was really scary at first.
Right,
I was really,
of course.
I didn't know if I could do it, of course, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like right now with everything going on, there's just like a world of possibilities opening up
Okay,
as
okay.
well. So
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, though, we did kind of have to delay some of our content that we wanted to give out
Mm-hmm.
for Young Penting Niat. But
Yeah.
at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I think right now, like with the background that I have, with the knowledge that I have, and with the awesome lecturers that I could still, until now, kind of bother and like message them.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Scary, but I feel like it'll be worth the risk. And
Okay.
I mean, with business, it's all about that, right? Like you have to be willing to risk it. So
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That's a good word, you know. Risk taker. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what business should have, like,
Mhm.
to not to be afraid of taking risks. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Mikasa and was that yangpentingniat.id, right?
Yung
They're
pating
all
niya.
in
Yeah.
Instagrams, on Instagrams. Yeah, at
They are.
Mikasa. Is it at Mikasa
Yeah.
or?
Yeah. So it's
Okay. Mm-hmm.
MICASA dot
Mm-hmm.
JKT
Oh,
for
okay.
Mikasa. And
Okay.
then it's just youngpentingniat.id
Okay.
for YPN. Yeah.
Yeah. When did you start these two babies?
Okay, so Young Pating Niet, I've always had the idea when I was working at a startup like way back. So during my
Okay.
third year of university, I decided like, okay, I think I want to expand my horizons and understand
Mm-hmm.
more about technology and applications. So when I was in third semester, so no, sorry, not third semester, third year of university,
Okay.
I
Uh-huh.
was like, I think I want to apply to a software house or a technology house.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I did my research. You know, there's all these like facilities that we have, like Tech in Asia, LinkedIn, and things like that. But I was like, okay, with all these resources, I gotta like know which one that I really want to do. So I decided to go to Clapping Ape third year.
Uh-huh.
So Clapping Ape is the company name, and that's where I really understood about software and applications
Right.
and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like kind of the initial steps to building a business
Uh-huh.
through an application.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, though, we're not exactly there yet,
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
which is why like we're starting out with like social media.
Right. Yeah.
But right now, I kind of wanted to have something that like because I could be a student as well as work. I felt like, you know what? it's not just me that could do that. I feel like so many other university students could do
Right.
that, and I felt like, okay, what is there any platform out there
Mm-hmm.
that could actually help students like myself
Mm-hmm.
attain jobs or attain
Right.
part-time jobs or even internships?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's where the idea kind of formed
Right.
about. So it was last year. No, it
Mm-hmm.
was like maybe two,
2 years.
3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I officially launched it right before quarantine, like right before the
Oh,
whole
okay.
quarantine started. Yeah.
So you just
So not
launched.
too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it just launched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
hopefully it's going well, yeah, in the future.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so what is your plan for the, like yangpentingniat.id for to expand
Okay.
it?
So my plan right now is just to
Yeah.
kind of reach the audience, and
Okay.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
see where like our students relating to this topic, like our students actually wanting to provide to look for jobs at the same
Mm-hmm.
time as go to
Mm-hmm.
university. Like, are they capable to do that? And I'm very sure they are, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just a means of kind of understanding where the target market is right now,
Mm-hmm.
because in like starting a business, there's like strategy, targeting, and positioning, like
Right.
STP, where we learn from
Yep.
university in our
Mm-hmm.
lectures.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still kind of in that realm right now. So it's definitely still so much trial and error.
Yeah.
So right now it's kind of where it's at right now. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, this is just like only 14 minutes, but I don't know. It's just inspiring. I mean, not everybody is brave enough as you to start something new, something that they actually don't know about it yet, and yeah, like facing the uncertainties. It's not for everybody, right? So
Right, for
thank
sure.
you for that. And
Thank
I
you,
saw
guys.
like comments on Mikasa.
Oh, really?
From Azalea. So like it looks so tempting and healthy. I cannot
How
wait
do you
to
guys
try the food.
order?
Yeah, after puasa, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Right. So you do delivery or like right now or
Right
Mikasa.
now, no. I just usually just do go send and like go
Oh,
genuine
okay.
deliveries. 'Cause, yeah,
Okay.
we have all these resources. Why not use it, right? So.
Right. Yeah. 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 So from dope underscore dough. OMG. Mikasa. It looks so yummy.
Oh, thank you. It really is yummy.
Right. Well, you like burritos, like Mexican food. Why Mexican food or?
Oh, I love Mexican food. Like I love all things like Tex-Mex or Cali Mexican food.
Ah,
So
okay.
like I was actually when I was living in the States, any place that I lived in, we'd always be near a like Hispanic neighborhood, or we'd
Mm-hmm,
always
mm-hmm,
have Hispanic neighborhoods.
mm-hmm.
So there'd always be like a food truck or like someone passing by with a cart selling like corn or tamales, and
Right.
that's really what got like my infatuation with Mexican food.
And burritos is your favorite
So
one.
burritos is definitely my favorite thing to make. There's a lot of
Okay.
things that I like, but I
But
definitely don't think I have the capabilities yet to cook it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's easy to make.
maybe one day. Yeah.
But well, burrito is easy to make and healthy, so why
It's
not?
healthy, yeah. Yeah, for
But,
sure.
but brownies, that's fine. Guilty
Oh, that's just
pleasure.
indulgence. Like, you need to have that balance. There's always healthy and there's a
Could be a
little
balance,
indulgence. Yeah.
right? Okay, so guys, make sure you follow at yangpentingniat.id and at mikasa.jkt, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, okay, so sorry tadi aku lupa bilang, if you guys want to ask to Anna, whether it's in English or bahasa, just shoot, like drop some questions
Okay.
on the comment below, right? And nggak apa-apa pakai bahasa Indonesia juga. We use English just because all subjects in ITRL are delivered in English, so we're
Yes.
kind of like training ourselves to speak in English,
Yeah.
and we encourage our students at I3L to speak in English, even though we're not fluent. I mean, we're Indonesian, of course, but yeah, try our best to speak in English. Okay,
Yeah, even
jadi
the presentations we
of
do
course,
are always conducted
yeah,
in English. So
yes,
if anyone wants to go to I3L, English is
mm,
also a definite bonus point. So
of course, yeah. Okay, so let's get into the I3L life. So you're in the your second cohort. So
I'm
you're
the second cohort. Yeah,
yeah, okay. So you went to I3L in 2015, right?
2015
Yeah.
graduated last year,
Last
2019.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find out about I3L for the first time? Like probably back in 2014, back in 2015?
Oh, maybe around 2014, 2015.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So
huh?
actually, it's a bit of a funny story. So my brother actually, as a student himself, he was working within like those like education fairs for his university.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And yeah, so right next to his university, which is IPME, was actually I3L. So they opened booths side by side.
All
And
right.
then, yeah, and then he told me, like, originally, actually, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be in, like, the science realms, and I wanted to be
Ah, okay.
in biology,
Mm-hmm,
essentially.
mm-hmm.
So he told me about the school I3L and how like they have a program for like biomedicine, biotechnology, and all those things, food technology and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time I was like, you know what? I think biomedicine might be up my alley.
Mm.
Um, and then really looking into it, I really love networking. I really love like connecting with people.
Yeah.
As it turns out, they have bioentrepreneurship as another study program, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what is bioentrepreneurship? I've
Right.
never heard of this major. I've heard business entrepreneurship, and then
Mm-hmm.
talking with like the marketing and stuff like that. That's where I really understood like what bioentrepreneurship was
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
like career fields within bioentrepreneurship. And that's where I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I think I'd rather prefer bioentrepreneurship instead, which is
Mm-hmm.
why I chose bioentrepreneurship, and which is how I met
Okay.
I3L. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you start with like a fondness of science, and then yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
you also like to network, and you're
I
a people
do.
person, so
I'm very people person. Yeah.
that's why you took the bio-entrepreneurship
I
program.
did. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, during your like 4 year study at I3L, how did you find it different with other business major from other university? How's it different?
So Um, I think what's especially interesting about bioentrepreneurship compared to other business streams is that we still get the core essences of learning about other things,
Mhm.
which is like, the life science aspect of it. So not only do we get to understand like processes and flows of
Mhm.
biotechnology, machinery, or even food technology, we get to commercialize it. So it's not only that we have a product and then we're just gonna like, all right, let's just sell it. Like, no,
Right.
there was like
Yeah.
so much more background knowledge to it. And then
Right.
we had
Mhm.
a course called New Product Development. And over there, we had to only specifically have products that were science based. And
Mhm.
then learning that we had to understand how to commercialize this product, how
Mhm.
to brand this product, how to advertise this product. And what's different is that we also know about the product itself. So, like,
True.
some people would just get into like becoming a CEO or even
Mhm.
becoming a businessman, not really understanding the product. But
Right.
here we definitely understand through and through essentially
Mhm.
what we are promoting, what we are selling, and things like that.
Mhm.
And not only that, but what makes it different as well is with that knowledge, we even get soft skills of that knowledge to present and understand these things. So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things. Another thing was basically uh, I3L helped me network a lot in that aspect. So I know business would always have like case studies and things like other
Yeah.
business streams would have case studies and things like that,
Yeah.
but we actually get to engage in these activities. Like we have power talks from other corporations like FMCGs or even technology institutions and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. And we really grasp the aspect of understanding kind of what they're all about and how
Mm-hmm.
we play a role in these institutions. So
Right.
I think that's the biggest difference for I3L
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bioentrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So from that point of view, do you think like only science students can, and apply or enroll in bioentrepreneurship, or like social science students can also do?
Oh, I definitely think social science students can definitely
Right.
join
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
without having like business background, because in the first few years, like the first year, you'll still have and understand that background knowledge. So if you're willing to apply for bioentrepreneurship, that's definitely you're definitely like up the alley. Like you definitely can try, and it'll be definitely a good turnabout.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's open. It's not only open for natural science students, anak-anak IPA. Jadi bukan hanya teman-teman IPA yang bisa, anak-anak IPA. Jadi bukan, but if you guys come from social science, anak-anak IPS, silahkan. Yeah, you're allowed to do so, like to apply to bioentrepreneurship, because it's. Do you think it's hard? I mean, like to for anak-anak IPS to change their gear, like during their first year in I3L, because they need to learn about science as well, right?
I think there's definitely it'll come its challenges, but I
Right.
think if you're willing to do it and if you're willing to pursue it, it's definitely an interesting aspect to consider.
Yeah,
So
of
I
course.
think it's very doable.
And yeah, this is actually my curiosity. Like, I have these questions. What's your thought about business in life sciences? Because probably, like, this is actually for like students from social science background. Like, how is it perspective to do business in life sciences in the future?
Oh, it's very perspective, I think, because I mean, like, you could see from now, like, from this pandemic itself, you could see that,
Right.
like, this field is highly needed and it's so crucial.
Right.
It's so core.
Yeah.
So if you're like, business is great to learn in itself, but if you can have an extra knowledge of like life sciences, it's from the employers that I've even joined, they're like, what is this? Like, this is never heard of, but can you explain it further? And anytime I would explain, they would be super intrigued and super interested, and the turnout is always great. So just having that extra knowledge of like life sciences, it's so pivotal, and it's actually such a great bonus points for future employers. It should be keen to work for a corporate.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Because I mean, like, life sciences, probably how do students from social science view, science is all like physics, chemistry and all that difficult stuff. But it's beyond that. I mean, like, science is fun and yeah, it depends on how you view it, right?
Oh, it really is fun. I remember just like sometimes, like, this is just kind of like a side note, but if you have friends from other majors like food science or food technology, that's the best, the best people to be friend with, because they're always doing something so interesting. Like, they're making yogurt one day, they're making like oatmeal raisin chocolate chip cookies the next day. So definitely befriend like anyone from food science or food technology. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so, well, that's very eye-opening answers, Anna, because not everybody knows about that. I mean, like, business and life sciences, how can they be a great combo? It's, I don't know. For some people, it's just like, I don't know, like, but yeah, thank you for the answers, and hope it helps the audience to understand what bioentrepreneurship is. And now, let's jump into the questions from our audience. I think we got some already. Okay, from dope_dough. I've heard that you did your internship at L'Oreal. Yes, I was about to say that, but yeah, thank you, dope_dough, for mentioning that. Yeah, it's a big company in Indonesia, and can you share us about the process on how you can get the internship opportunity at L'Oreal? Yeah, can you
Oh,
share?
sure, sure,
Yes,
sure.
a little bit about that.
Yeah, okay. It was my final year of university, and at I3L, you have to have one credit. Sorry, like us, you spend a semester
Mm-hmm.
essentially having internship experience, and
Right.
it's mandatory, which is actually the greatest thing that you could do because you're learning from businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was like, okay. I mean, like I had some like career experiences, like part-time working, but I
Uh-huh.
really needed internship experiences as well. So I started looking for the opportunities that were available.
All right.
And actually, I was looking on LinkedIn. So
Oh,
if
okay.
yeah, so if any of you out there are watching LinkedIn, build that profile, put that profile picture, connect and network. Definitely, that
Right.
is a big thing. And then, so I saw there was an ad for the internship there is called High Flyer Internship,
Uh-huh.
and I was like one of the few batches that applied. So I essentially just applied through LinkedIn, and there was a bunch of like prerequisites to that. So
Uh-huh.
there's actually 3 stages to apply to a L'Oreal internship. One is like the interview, and then they have an FGD, and then they have like a video where you kind of use your soft skills to kind of like present yourself and what can they benefit from if they accept you as an intern.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So um, luckily I was accepted and I passed all those stages. So it's actually possible to drop out of another stage because you didn't pass it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I went through all that stages and it really benefited because like I feel I was like learning about like presentation, like it really helps you be comfortable with yourself.
Right.
So um, one of the hardest ones is definitely that. But I would say that you just try to apply. Like
Of course. Yeah.
if you have the capabilities, if you have the understanding, definitely if you see anything that's available, just apply. Like you'll
Yeah.
never know what
Yeah.
might happen.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, like there are also opportunities that I've received just by connecting with someone that worked in the institution and then just sending them an email or like sending them like a cold email, because the greatest advantage that you as a college student can have is saying that you're a college student. So like if you're saying like, hi, my name is like Anastasia and I'd really like to apply to your firm. This is my strengths, this is my weaknesses. And if you have any opportunities available, I'd really like to apply. That's the greatest asset that you can have as a college student. And I definitely would say you should definitely use that to your advantage if you're a university student now. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
How long did it take, the process take for the like the whole four or
For the,
3 to 4 process, right? Stages.
the 3 stages. Yeah. So the first stage is actually like a call interview. So
Mm-hmm.
the HR there will like kind of talk to you and ask you questions about makeup actually. So for me it was kind of
Obviously.
like I wanted to like what you apply for, they'll kind of like give you the questions related to that job desk, right?
Yeah.
So they just called me and then they're like, what other brands of L'Oreal do you know? What's your understanding of makeup?
Mm-hmm.
What's the market like right now? And that was from the very first call, which is kind of shocking
Wow.
because like
Right.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you wake
Langsung
up and then they ask
diterima itu.
you all of these. Yeah, and
Right.
I'm like, but
Okay.
that's what's interesting about it. And then
Yeah.
from that call, they were like, from that call right away, they were like, I think you're a very interesting person. I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
proceed further with your application. So the application, there was actually so apparently around 1,600 people applied for the
Wow.
internship positions. Yeah. And only about 30 would get accepted. So if you
And
guys
you're
wanted to
one of
try
them.
that out, I'm one of
Wow.
them. Yeah.
How long did it take?
um,
Like how long did you have to wait for the announcement or?
The announcement
Yeah.
actually took a week later.
Oh, wow.
So the
Okay.
process was around 3 weeks. So
Okay.
like
Like,
from the call
mm-hmm,
to setting an interview
right.
with people and
Mm-hmm.
then to having a user interview. So the
Yeah.
user interview is essentially your boss.
Yeah.
And that around took around 3 weeks, I think,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
from what I recall. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Well, from 1600 to 30, and you're one of them. Wow. Awesome. So
Yeah.
impressive. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
that's what
thank you.
makes them L'Oreal, you know. And
Yeah,
yeah, you
very
get a chance
ambitious.
to work at L'Oreal. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to touch more, a bit more on that later on. But
Okay.
let's move to the second question from
Sure, sure.
Luciana Sudirman. Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've asked this previously, but you can, probably share a bit about that again. Is it hard for student to learn bioentrepreneurship? Probably some advice for social science students to, if
Hmm.
they want to study bioentrepreneurship.
Okay. I think it's definitely challenging. Like with everything
Mm-hmm.
that you do, there's definitely some challenges, but I think it's very acceptable. Like if you can like ngafalin like a whole textbook of like biology terms and things like that, I think bioentrepreneurship or like business is essentially like I wouldn't say easier. It's definitely not easier, but it's definitely understandable, and you can definitely kind of gauge out the understanding from there. From like if you're an IPA student trying to get to IPS, which one
IPS.
is the science stream? IPS, right?
If
So if
this,
you're IPS, the science stream.
the science IPA.
Oh, okay. So if
Okay.
you're like an IPA student trying to get
Mm-hmm.
into bioentrepreneurship, it's definitely doable because you have the
Mm-hmm.
background knowledge. All you need to do is add the
Right.
business knowledge. But if you're from IPS and then you're trying to learn more about essentially the life sciences, it's definitely a challenge, but I think it's very worth it.
Right.
Spend time with like your friends studying. Get to know your lecturers because the lecturers are definitely so open for any of your questions.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask questions within
Yeah.
the classroom. What's great is that the classes are definitely like intimate, so it's very like interactive that you can
Mm-hmm.
talk to your lecturers, and that's what I love about it. So I think if anything, if you're ever confused or find difficulty, just talk to your lecturers, and they'll definitely
Right.
like
Yeah.
be
Okay,
willing and
so Luciana, so it's not, well, it's challenging, but it's not impossible. It's
it's
possible.
not
Right.
impossible. It's
Right.
possible for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the question. And yeah, next question from Diana. Oh, so Diana is from Bioentrepreneurship as well, cohort
Oh.
2018.
Okay. Hi,
Uh,
Diana.
oh, yeah. So, yeah, she's asking about the internship at L'Oreal. How did you get the
Mm-hmm.
internship? I think Anna has answered that already a few minutes ago. But I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just through LinkedIn, and also because
It's
you
through
have,
LinkedIn.
yeah, yeah, you are offered the opportunity from iTrail. I mean, like the whole semester, you get to do internship anywhere,
Yes.
basically. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next question from Amanda. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. What is the difference between bioentrepreneurship with entrepreneurship? Do you? Yeah. Okay. What is the difference between bioentrepreneurship and entrepreneurship?
I think I mentioned that already in the beginning. So
Mhm.
bioentrepreneurship, of course, you understand life science aspects and you get that kind of knowledge and understanding. Whereas entrepreneurship is very general, and
Yeah.
you definitely still get aspects of entrepreneurship within bioentrepreneurship,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but you just have the advantage of knowing more than
Mm-hmm.
the average Joe. So yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you for the question. And oh, Lisna Erikayani. Hello, Kaana. I want to ask you what kind of subject that we are probably you studied at by entrepreneurship. Probably can share like your favorite subject and your favorite
Okay.
lecture.
Okay. Sure. Sure. My favorite lecture would definitely be that's a hard one because they're all applicable in some way,
Yeah.
you know. But my favorite lecture would definitely have to be marketing.
Marketing. Okay.
So with marketing, it was the toughest actually, but it's that class that really triggered me and really like pushed me to kind of understand more. So what we had to do is just the first class. I remember vividly. Professor Usno was like telling us like, okay, you're gonna have to. Professor Hubert was just telling us like, you're gonna have to have a product and you're gonna have to market it throughout the whole semester. And then we were like, wow, okay, that's really intimidating. And we had to have a product, and we had to like, you know, make the STP, the target positioning, the target marketing. And then we had to actually have customers as well. We had to kind of like present our ideas to random strangers and things like that. It was the most triggering, and it was the hardest course ever. But it's that class that really pursued me to go into more digital marketing fields.
Right.
So I don't know if you know now, like with my online businesses, it's definitely all digital marketing. And from his class, I learned so much that I could actually like carry it out with me to other businesses.
Okay. Yeah. So can you say that at I3L you're more into like practice, like practical learning compared to like
100%.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, like we do get case studies, but the case studies would always be like applicable. So we'd always have to like form groups, or we have to always form. The biggest thing for me as a BioEntrepreneurship student was definitely presentations. So I think it would always be like every week it's always like PowerPoint, and then definitely like presenting with my friends, with my teammates and things like that. But yeah, I think the biggest thing would definitely have to be kind of like practical and like understanding how to do it instead of just reading a manuscript or reading a business case study. So the lectures would always be interactive and asking us why. It always like kind of like provoke you to understand further what this course is about, or what this lecture is about. So very practical.
Okay. Okay, then that's good. I mean, like it's very beneficial for everyone who wants to, you know, like after graduation and they want to do they want to start up something, you know, and it's
sure.
Right. Yeah. I think,
and if you're like me that can't sit still, it's definitely better to have a practical class as opposed to just assignments.
Yeah.
We have assignments for sure, but there are assignments that are like really interactive and really like thought-provoking.
Yeah. It's very dynamic.
Very dynamic.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I saw a comment like, Sir Hubert, is it your favorite lecturer?
Yeah, that's my that's my favorite lecturer for sure. Okay. He has so much experiences. I don't know how he manages between like lecturing and businesses and things like that. But yeah, that's my favorite lecturer for sure.
Okay. What is it? I mean, like, besides his experiences and, you know, his knowledge, is it like, is it fun to be taught by him, or his classes?
It's very fun. His classes are actually very tough. So his classes don't allow cell phones. So you actually have to put your cell phone away. And every now and then, like if you're sitting in front of him, he will call you out. Like he will ask you the question. So it's always like, I mean, it does sound like school, but it's that class that I respected the most because we were really engaged. Like every class, he would always bring 110%. And as a student, that really triggered me to be like, okay, I really need to pay attention to this class. And I really need to know. And from that, it really kind of like, it really helped me, shape me in like future. Like not everyone can sit in a meeting without looking at their phone.
Of course, yeah.
But with his class, you're actually able to not even think about your phone.
Oh my God. Like for how many hours? For how long? Like 2 hours?
His classes would be breaks for sure, but sometimes they would be extended because he would always be like abroad doing business and things like that, which is so cool. But sometimes our lectures would be extended to like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
But even then, even so, it would be like such an enlightening class. So I
Mm-hmm.
highly
Mm-hmm.
recommend going to bioentrepreneurship and signing up for Mr. Hubert's class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So shout out to Sir Hubert. I don't know if he's
definitely.
listening or not, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the next question from Andamar. Andamar P. What kind of company culture that they adopt there at L'Oreal? Hmm.
Okay, at
Question.
L'Oreal, um, the company culture is very SKSD. So
SKSD. Okay.
yes, so you have to mingle with absolutely everyone. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no such thing as jagging. There's no
Wow.
such
Okay.
thing as just kind of being in your whole like little corner and just working silently. The company is very loud, it's very riveting, it's filled with ideas, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to be able to mingle and you have to be able to put yourself out there. Like, what's awesome about being an intern there is they give you projects right away. So
Okay.
with that said project, it's like not even just a small like, oh yeah, here help our company in this small aspect. It's actually like carrying out marketing campaigns for a certain product, or it's
Wow.
even like doing market research for a whole line of skincare, things like that. So
Right.
with that, you
Wow.
have to be able to talk to your supervisors or talk to people from different divisions, and you have to
Mm-hmm.
be able to just reach out. And what's awesome is that they're more than willing. They'll be at first they'll be like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" But at the same time, you can still kind of like enlighten the mood,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of it's kind of impossible to be an introvert there.
I was
Like
about to say that.
you
Right.
have to. Yeah, it's because everything is just so like everyone's just so out there and everyone's
Right.
just so engaged with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could literally what's awesome is also like the makeup. So everyone's always wearing makeup, of course. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like makeup and outfit has to be on point
Oh my
because it
God.
is the
Wow.
core of the business, right?
Right.
So with that, you kind of have to cater to the image of the business.
Right.
So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
the culture is really fun there. Everyone's so warming and so
Mm-hmm.
welcoming
Mm-hmm.
and very friendly for sure. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it's not easy though. There is always the pressure. So the
Yeah.
culture is like
Mhm.
definitely like deadline oriented, and sometimes
Okay.
you have
Yeah.
to get out of your way to get something done. Just like any company really has its challenges, but the
Yeah. Of course.
culture is very a learning experience. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's
Mm-hmm.
like just a couple months there, you would have learned so much from
Right.
so many people, and
Yeah. Yeah.
the project that you're doing. So the culture
Mm-hmm.
is definitely fast paced, fun, and energetic. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're into
Mm-hmm.
that, try it out.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Yeah. It's interesting that you were able not only to learn business, but their culture. It's
Yeah,
yeah, it's another important thing besides knowledge that will definitely prepare you for to face the real work after
yeah, for
graduation.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that like not only I think I mentioned it a little bit briefly before, but
Mhm.
not only do you get like textbook knowledge or practical skills, but I think I feel really like tailors your soft skills, and that's what
Yeah. Yeah.
businesses really need in the future, like how
Yeah.
you can work within a team, or how you present, or
Mhm.
how you publicly speak with your
Mhm.
clients, or how you negotiate. Those
Mhm.
skills are what will help you along the way, as opposed to just the textbook knowledge that you need. And I think that would be helpful too.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, awesome. Okay, so thanks again, Andamar, for the questions. Thank you for the answers, Anna. And yeah, Nero asked about the project. I think you mentioned about some projects and L'Oreal. Yeah, what kind of project did you do? And
okay.
yeah,
Okay, so the project that I did was actually very fun. So I was working within the market research division. So what
okay,
we did was get help the brands, like L'Oreal has Maybelline, they have L'Oreal itself,
yeah,
they have Garnier, they have Kiehl's, they have YSL, all
yeah.
of that. What
Mhm.
I helped did was help these brands understand Indonesian target consumers. So with every country, of course, you'd have a different like understanding and perception of a certain brand. Like for Indonesia, we prefer, this is just like a side note thing, guys, we prefer like matte skin instead of dewy skin, for example. So that kind of knowledge is what we get from the panelists. So what I did was recruit a group of panelists to have qualitative assessment on product understanding, or even like product trial or things like that. And what I did was help get that kind of like business insight and catered it to a presentation for the brands to use and for the brands to market the products in the way that we have understood fully what the consumers wanted. So our consumers, of course, like as a makeup company or as a makeup FMCG, are primarily women in Indonesia. So I gathered a group of 30 women, for example, for an FGD online.
Wow.
So usually I would be the one that moderated these questions, and I would always like get their insight and get their knowledge from their understanding of a certain product or of a certain brand. And that kind of knowledge would be implemented to the brand leaders. So that was my project at L'Oreal.
Wow, for 6 months. You did that for
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Wow, awesome. Okay, I hope it answers Nero. Thank you for the question. Okay, so before, if we get some questions, another questions from the audience, we'll get back to that. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay. And let's move on to the questions about your life at I3L as a student. Besides academic life. So besides L'Oreal, I saw that you also won Deloitte competition.
I did.
Yeah, and it's again a big name, you know.
It wasn't just me.
A team, right?
Yes, a team. So it was a team of other I3L students as well in the BioEntrepreneurship program.
Okay.
And it was assessing risk management. So how much risk will a business inquire should they do a certain move or things like that? That was one of the questions or the highlights that they wanted to do. And what we did was we used a transportation system. So what we did was, provide solution to this company on how they could implement cybersecurity a little bit better and things like that. So aside from the many assignments that I3L would give us, it's not that many, but it's challenging. But aside from the assignments that we received at I3L, we went ahead and went to apply for the Deloitte competition. We just kind of saw it being posted on a poster, and then me and my friends were like, want to just do it? And then we're like, yeah, why not? We weren't expecting too much. But with we actually had a mentor as well, so the mentor kind of helped us formulate our concept and formulate our business model for the competition. And through there, he helped us out a lot, so that after school, after assignments is done, we'd always work on our Deloitte case study, and then to our surprise, we won like 3rd place, and we weren't expecting it, but
awesome. So Nero asked again about how are the people, and I think he's asking about like your social experience at I3L, and you've just mentioned about how you befriend with your classmates and did some projects together, won something together. How do you see the your social environment experience in I3L?
Social environment in I3L is awesome. Like one word to put it, it's pretty awesome. I've made so many friends there up until now that I still talk to, that even sometimes now they'd always ask me like, hey, do you want to do this business with me together, or do you want to start this new venture with me together? But I think what's great about I3L is that we have the orientation at the beginning of the year. So you're paired with groups that are not within the major that you chose. Sorry. So you're not like within the major that you chose, so that you actually get to befriend other people from other streams of
Yeah.
the majors. So
Mhm.
that helped a lot. And then of course the social life is we have so many clubs at I3L. I joined like the Christian community at I3L. I joined like there was choir, there's Japanese, there's Korean, there's like culinary, there's so many,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's definitely one for you,
Right,
100%.
right.
And it's so of course they're going to be so willing for you to join their kind of like their group and things like
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
I think social life wise, don't be afraid because there's definitely people out there for you, and that you could definitely mingle and kind of broaden your horizons with the people that are there. So
Yeah. Did you join like student organization like SCI at
I
I3L?
didn't join SCI. I actually didn't join SCI.
Okay.
I wanted to, but I didn't get the chance to. But if you guys have SCI, like definitely try
Yeah.
to join. It's very worth it. It's very worth it. They have cool events going on there too.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. What's your favorite moment at I3L? Like the memory that it's just like unforgettable.
Um, Honestly, college was like the best years of my life so far. Like I'm working now, and like you don't get the same feel. Like you don't get to stay up with your friends to study for a
Mhm.
final exam. You don't get to go like cafe hopping to work on an assignment. You don't get to go to this company or that company to
Yeah.
kind of like understand the business. And like I love field trips. Like we have so many field trips as well.
Yeah.
So I think one, of course, the memories that I've made with my friends there, like of just doing assignments and things like that.
Yeah.
And two, field trips. Really like the field trips.
Okay. The things that you don't get while you're working. I mean, like after graduation.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got 5 minutes left. Yeah, we're getting to some last questions. So, what are the things you can take away from your college experience?
Key takeaways, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, I think what helped me the most from the experience at I3L was networking and connecting.
Uh-huh.
Um, with so many lecturers, even guest lecturers or power talks,
Yeah.
I would say the biggest thing was would just to be to talk to the person that is experienced in that field to understand further what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like there were institutions not just from life science institutions, but there are actually people from like fast moving consumer goods, or
Mm-hmm.
even like technology, or even retail, or
Yeah.
even like social services or like social enterprises that
Yeah.
actually came and gave us a lecture. So just definitely network and talk, use your soft skills, use your technical skills to kind
Mm-hmm.
of like impress them or things like that if you're looking for a job from them. But just having that connection really helps you, and having that
Yeah.
network really helps you along the way,
Mm-hmm.
should you ever want to learn more in that
Yeah.
field, or should you ever want to have to be in that field, or
Mm-hmm.
if you just want someone to talk to. Like I said before, having the college student label is definitely
Yeah.
the best thing you could have. So definitely use that to your advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and network with those experts in their field. So I think
Yeah.
that's definitely one of my biggest key takeaways at I3L.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the last question in our last 2 minutes, probably you have some
Okay.
advice for the current students and future students of bioentrepreneurship.
Okay. Okay, this is like my biggest advice for like
Hmm?
anyone really. Like I even tell this to my little brother, but it's really applicable for everyone. um, but just try. Like
Right.
even if you think you're not qualified, even if you think you're not capable, the very best thing that you could do is just to try, because you'll never know what might happen,
Right.
and you'll never know what might come out of it. I would say, like, in anything, like, try sending that cold email to that one professor, or try sending that email to the big corporation, or
Yeah.
even like just network and get out there, and definitely like just push yourself to do something that you're uncomfortable with, because
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
in that situation you'll just really surprise yourself. So I think
True.
that's the biggest takeaway.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a excellent closing statement. Thank you, Anna. Thanks once again for for joining us.
Thank you so much for hosting.
I hope the audience, it's not I hope, but I believe you guys get some, insightful and get inspired by what Anna were saying, like, since like an hour ago. So thank you so much. And yeah, you guys, let's join again the IG Live on Monday. We'll have Isa, alumni from Food Science and Nutrition, at 3:30. Yeah, so not 3 p.m. It's gonna be like 3:30 until 4:30 at i3l_official. And yeah, learn some more about food science and nutrition. Okay, so thank you for joining us, guys. Stay healthy, stay safe. Have a good day, Anna. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, you too, Kat.
Bye.